guys out in the field.
Oh,
And then he
no.
hollered Burl and Bruce, "Hey, Nick!" And just then, pow! I don't know what happened. They were standing right there. Burl came in one time with crap all over. And Kenny just said that, I can still see him laughing.
Well, he can laugh like nobody else. He can laugh till he just cried.
And Uncle Merle didn't help it either. He laughed a lot too with him. He thought that was funny.
So how often did they come down from Wisconsin?
Oh, quite a lot, a lot. They came down for Easter, and quite a bit in the summertime. Because Uncle Merle always brought all the Easter candy. Grandpa and Grandma Knickerbocker had an old buffet or a china hutch, and the top of that hutch was lined with sacks of Easter candy. Mom and Dad never bought much candy, but Uncle Merle seen to it we had Easter eggs coming out our ears. And I know maybe Wisconsin had a lot of Easter eggs. But I do remember them coming. We always look forward. Aren't they coming this Easter? Yeah, they're coming. Very soon.
Well, I remember his dad would always come down, and he was always wanted to come out to the farm, but he always hated to leave.
He always cried.
Oh, he would hate to
Who was that?
leave.
He always
Hardly
cried.
ever left without tears.
Merle
Kenny.
or Kenny?
Kenny.
Oh.
Yeah. He always,
Because the minute we,
when it was time to
and
go.
Irene and Uncle Merle started to go home, he'd be hiding the down, he'd be holding back. And pretty soon he'd be late, maybe standing on the other side of the car when they were ready to get in.
Yeah.
And he did not want
Merle
to
would say,
leave.
"Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken." Right.
I think
But
we
he
spent like a
just
week
hated
in
Oh,
the
yeah.
summertime with us.
He always cried,
And
always cried when he left.
between Grandpa and Grandma, and I think the boys maybe stayed out
Yeah,
at the farm
yeah,
with us.
Yeah, I think they did. And I know Dwayne and Ted did too, but not quite as much. I don't remember, other than Ted and you got in trouble sometime, but I can't remember what you did. Ted did
Marge, he did something wrong.
I've been waiting to find out what I done.
Well, her and Ted,
I
did-
could not have been this good. I mean, come on.
well, she got, we always,
Oh, I
Doris,
didn't mean for you to start.
remember when Mom and Dad would go to town?
Yeah.
And I'd from,
And she'd cry, "I want to go, Mom, Dad."
did I get to?
You got to go every time. The rest of us had to stay at home, but the
It
night,
worked, didn't it?
yeah, it did, but the night that Dad went to get groceries, was Mom wasn't in the car, but he had all this bags of peanuts in the back, and that guy hit him as he was turning into the driveway. We heard the crash. That was after I think I was dating Don. And that guy hit it, and Mom said, "Oh my God, what happened?" And Don said, "Well, somebody just hit Floyd." Well, that car went around and around and around out there by the driveway, but we had peanuts in every crevice of that car. I tell you, he had sacks of peanuts, plus the groceries. Well, he went to town to get groceries, and he must have wanted peanuts, I don't know. But the car
I
was,
remember them in the car because he hit by the driveway.
and Dad wasn't, he didn't get any cuts or broken bones or anything, but he sure got shook up pretty good, and I can't even remember who hit him. But it demolished the car, and the other guy's car too, but he didn't see Dad's brake lights, and it was a sharp turn into the driveway, right?
Well, a lot of the rural people back in those days, if you had to make a sharp turn, if this was a road going down this way, and you had to turn here, they'd go out like this
Yeah,
and
they'd
come
turn,
back in. But he started to go like this, the man that was coming up behind him was going real fast.
Yes.
He assumed he was gonna make a left turn. By the time he realized he was not making a left turn,
He was making a right.
his wheels had already turned onto the gravel driveway. And he hit him just, I don't know, right by the front.
That
door.
brought Mom up out of the chair, I know that. It was about 9 o'clock.
It hit him pretty hard,
Yeah,
I know that.
and that was about the only bad thing that happened.
Can you remember when Dad got the first car?
First car?
Yeah.
He used to race.
I thought about that because it was the car that you had to crank or something,
Oh, that Model A.
the Model A, that's the first, you know,
Yeah, I got
and
my
then it had a
thumb
little
broke
handle on the side of the steering wheel that you, was the throttle maybe?
Oh,
I
I can't
wasn't
remember.
very big, can you remember
He
that?
used to have a lever.
What?